Here we are, folks, back live again for another special RPM roll out of the special RPM box. We just went through one of those rolls a few minutes back. If you didn't see it, I would like for you to go back and watch it. It's reveal number 362. We pulled a special coin out of that roll. I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Let you figure it out on your own. Here is the next roll. Lay the coins back over and go through them left to right, exactly as I would any other roll. Here we are, coin number one. Coin number one is going to go to James Worley. Mr. Worley gets this coin. Nice 1960D, RPM number 157. 157, RPM 157. Nice tilt RPM. Beautiful little coin. Very bright, too. Very nice and bright. Let's see, let me get my little pen out. There. I wrote on there number 157 just so that we'll know for sure, because some of these I can attribute straight up and some of them I can't. Here's Kelly. Kelly, coin number two. Kelly Michaud gets a 1959D. Doesn't look like there's much going on here, but there is a split upper serif. Let's see if the lower is split too. It is. Split serifs to tilted RPM, 1959D. This is one of the ones I can't just attribute at sight. So we'll figure out what it is later. Here's coin number three. Coin number three goes to Eric. And Eric will pick up a 1960D. This is a tilt RPM, but it's not 157. It's a different die. I wish I knew which die this was, because I found a number of them, but I don't have it committed to memory. Carl, Tim, Jeff, Mr. Adams. Here's Penny Hoarder for you. Penny Hoarder gets the next coin. A lot of these coins are very nice Gem BU coins, too. Not just that they're mostly RPMs, it's that they are very nice coins. Aside from the fact that they're die varieties. And this one doesn't appear to be anything special at first. I think I know what it is, though. Nope. It's not what I thought it was. I don't know that this one's anything. It doesn't look like it is a die variety at all. Happens sometimes in these rolls. Now coin five. Stonecutter. Stonecutter gets an RPM. Nice RPM number 157. They write a 157 on this. Just to help Eric with identification. The ones I know I can identify, I'm going to go ahead and write the numbers on for him. Here's Mr. Worley. And Mr. Worley picks up a 1961 DRPM. Relatively minor. Nice lower split serif. Number 7, Marked Money Tech. Marked Money Tech gets... well, it's a 1961 DRPM number 2. You see the little bit of a hook on the inside of the mint mark there. Plus you can see just a little bit of an extra bar on the outside. As the die state progresses on this, that bar on the outside gets a lot stronger. But this is an earlier die state example. The 1961 DRPM number 2. 1mm002. Very nice coin, very nice RPM. So I write that on the holder for Eric. Now number 8. Coin number 8 to Jeff Dunn. Let's see what Jeff Dunn gets. Oh, that's nice. Gosh, I don't know which die this is, but it's one of the nice ones. It's one of the real nice ones. I believe this is number 39. I think it is number 39. In fact, I'm going to look it up real quick because I think it's number 39. Die variety search from 1961. Mint mark varieties. And go to number 39. Yeah. Definitely number 39. So we'll mark this as number 39. Beautiful coin for Jeff Dunn. 1961D, RPM number 39. Oops. Now coin number 9, Rockzilla. Rockzilla gets, well, it's a 61D. It's got nice splits on the serifs. I don't know this RPM. It should be relatively easy to identify. This is a nice early to mid die state. Beautiful coin. Beautiful RPM. 3 for 3 last roll. Well, that's good, Malcolm. I'm going to say out of these rolls, probably 46 out of 50 coins are going to be RPMs. The other 4 could be mistakes, but they were supposed to be RPMs. It's a nice 1963D. Not seeing anything on this one, though. It could be a double die. No, not a double die. Is it a double die? Double die? No. I don't really see anything on this one. We'll have to take a better look at it later under stereo view. That's for Taco John. There's Coin Junkie. Yo Man. Yo Man gets... It's a 59D. Split serif. 1959D split serif RPM. I do not know the identification on that one from memory. So we'll skip and we'll move on to the next coin. Next coin for Mike Birchman. Mike Birchman gets... Oh, there's a nice 1963D RPM. That's pretty right there. See that on the vertical bar there? You've got total separation. Very nice. I don't know this one. I think it's RPM number 3, but I'm not sure. I don't really know the 63Ds all that well. 60 and 61 are the ones that I really studied, because I go through a lot of 60 and 61 material. Penny Hoarder. This is 1961D. Not 100% on this one being an RPM at all. If it is, it's going to be that hook on the bottom, but I think that's just a die gouge. Oh, Midnight. And Mr. Worley. And Carl. Number 14, Paul Fitzgerald. Gets himself a relatively nice 1959. If I flip it up like this, you can see that lower serif is split. Upper serif is also split, although much more slightly. Nice 1959D RPM. Some of these we're not going to be able to identify in any kind of a... Sometimes you can spend the entire day and not get one of these identified. So we can't put that kind of time into it, but we will put time into it trying to figure out what they are. Let's see, this is 1960D. I believe this one is a number 16. Maybe number 16. I think it's number 16. Oh, why don't we check just to be sure? 1960, number 16. No, 16's closer to the date. See, here's what I'm talking about on this. If you compare what we see right there with what we see down below, let me get this a little more zoomed in. You can see the doubling is relatively the same between the two, but if you look at the position of the mint mark, the position of the mint mark is further away from the 6 on this one than it is over here on this one. This one's far closer to the 6. And so that's kind of what we're looking at here. Let me get the picture scrunched in a little bit so I can scoot it over and we can see the distance to the 9 as well. So there's your distance from the 6 is actually a larger gap over here than it is over here. And your distance from the 9 is actually larger on our coin than it is. So the mint mark is actually lower. It's further away from the date altogether. And mint mark position does not change on a die. So while it's a very similar RPM, it's not the same. This one that's going to be number 64. So let's go on and find number 64, which is right here. And, oops, let's back off of this a little bit. This is number 64. One of the ways that I can tell number 64 is I have my own little marker that I use. See that little die scratch right here coming off the 9? Okay, you can see it right here in my photo. Oh, wait a minute. Let me move everything here just a little bit. Hang on a second. And get everything so that we can actually see. I'll zoom this out again. There. Now you can see it pretty well right there. That little die scratch. Now let me move this over. You see a little die scratch right there? Little die scratch. Okay. And then there are 2 parallel die scratches between the O and the D, and then 1 die scratch next to the W in we. So if you remember that, we'll move this out of the way, and we'll actually take the coin. There's your 2 parallel die scratches between the O and the D, and there's your 1 next to the W of we. So this is definitely RPM 64. 1mm064 for Carl. Got a couple of little spotsies on there, but nice RPM nonetheless. All right, there's that. Let me get everything straightened back out here so I can see what's going on. Hello, Jesse. You have a 1960D large date graded as 1mm004 RPM. That's a scarcity. There weren't very many of those put out. Here, next coin, 16 for Mr. Worley. And Mr. Worley, I'm seeing normal all over this. Oh, no, there we go. A split lower serif. Should be relatively easy to identify because there are so many markers on this. But I don't know which die it is right offhand. So we'll figure that out. Bathroom and kitchen are officially done. Well, I know you've been working on that for a long time. Let's check coin number 17 now. Pictures that I've seen look very nice. You've done a real bang-up job on it. Okay, this is that die again. I've seen this die a few times and don't know which one it is. So we'll set that off for Taco John. I know we'll find out, but I don't know right now which one it is. Now here's Jim Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher. Ooh, 1961D, 61D RPM number 47. 1961D RPM number 47, 1mm047. Nice earlier die state example of that from Mr. Fletcher. Now for number 19. Crispy gets, yeah, it's a 59D. Split upper and lower serif, but I don't know anything else about this one. Got a number of nice markers on it, but I don't know this die. My little pea brain can only remember so much. Then it just kind of shuts down on me. Well, this one's for Mr. Fletcher. Back to Mr. Fletcher, and let's see what Mr. Fletcher gets in this one. We get 1961D RPM. Is it a 10? Or I think it's number 10. Let's see. Go look it up and see. How about that? Could be a 12. It's not number 10. I think it's going to be number 12. Yeah. Or is it? That may not even be number 12. I don't think it is, actually. No, this is not number 12. Which one is this? It's not 16. I don't know. I guess Eric will have to play with this one. I don't remember what die number this is going to be. You sure this is 12, Eric? Let me check a major marker for number 12. He's not wrong, I'm sure. Sure, it's just me. But it didn't appear to match number 12. Still doesn't appear to match number 12. Check a marker or two. Yeah, it could be number 12. Looking for a die dot above the E of a Liberty. It is kind of there. Look for a die dot next to the W of we. It is maybe kind of there. Die dot in front of the nose does appear to be there. Let's see. Do I have a crescent-shaped die? Yeah, I do. Underneath the M of unum. So this is number 12. It's a later die state, though. And, yeah. So this is number 12. It's a later die state than any of the ones that we have on the website. That's primarily why I had a little bit of an issue figuring this one out. But, yeah, this is number 12. And it's for Jim Fletcher. I got that writ out on the holder now. Coin number 21. Coin number 21 goes to DRS. It is a double split serif with a nice little bar in the middle. Boy, this one's going to be easy to identify, but I do not know which one it is. Not right offhand. I can't tell you. But it's a nice RPM. Very nice one. Indeed. Indeed. All right, let's see. Bring my stream back up so I can see what's going on. Hello, Shantanu Singh. No, it wasn't number 12. It was just a late die state number 12. I hadn't seen one that late before. Let's see. This is going to be... I don't know. This one could be number 10. But I don't think it is. Not sure about this one. This is going to Mr. Worley. Don't know for sure what that one is. Here's Yo Man. And... you can't be serious. This is another number 11. Ha! What? Yo Man gets a number 11. One of the rarest 1960 DRPMs in existence. And that's it, right there. What? That's our second number 11 out of 2 rolls. This one goes to Yo Man. Definitely number 11. Beautiful. Coin number 23. Here's coin number 24 now. Coin number 24 goes to Marked Money Tech. And Marked Money Tech... I don't know what this one is right off. It could be number 132, but it's a 1960D small date. Nice RPM. I don't know exactly which one it is, though. Eric will help me figure that one out. Coin number 25 now. Coin number 25. We're halfway through the roll. Penny Hoarder. Yeah. RPM 11 Club. The elite exclusive club for snobs of the RPM 11. You belong to the secret club now. Wow, look at the toning on that. Oh, there's some pretty colors going on here. I knew there would be. It kind of got a little bit darker as you go up. It's one of my reverse sunrise. It's like a sunset coin, and it's got toning on the back side too. How about that? Well, it's got some nice toning on the back. Oh, you want to call it the reverse? You can call it the reverse if you want to. I call it the back. It's the exclusive RPM 11 Club. Let's see if we can make another member. Looking to make another member of the RPM 11 Club. Here's a nice RPM. This is a very nice one. I don't know which die this is. There are a number of dies kind of like this. I believe this one could be number 28. Possibly. Number 28. Don't know it right offhand, though. Yes, a member of the RPM 11 Club. You have the right to be a 1960 DRPM snob, because very, very few people ever find those. Nice 1959 DRPM here. This one is an earlier die state example of whichever die this is, which I don't know for sure. But man, this is cute. I like it when I find nice, clean, earlier die state coins. Now coin number 28. Carl? RPM number 5. 1959 D, RPM number 5, I believe this is. Isn't that a number 5? That is number 5, correct? I think number 5. I'll wait for a second. So that was my excuse for taking a swig of coffee. I believe it's RPM 5. This one's going to Carl. It's either number 5 or number 2. I can't remember because it's a 59. I didn't study the 59s. I didn't do my homework in 1959. It's number 5. So I thought it was. I just should have gone with my gut. Pretended I knew what I was doing. It would have worked out so much better. But see, I did already have it written on here as a number 5. So I was going with my gut anyway. 29. This one goes to Eric. Does Eric belong to the RPM 11 Club? No. This one is... It's in the 20s or 30s. I don't remember which one it is, though. Nice enough as it is. But it's not a number 11. Just kind of rub that in. And here we go. Coin number 30, Crispy Mofo. This is that same RPM I've been passing by that I know I could identify if I was standing on my head. But I can't identify it just looking at it right now. It is a nice RPM, though. Here's number 31. DRS. And I don't know that die. It should be pretty simple to figure out which one it is. But it's a split lower serif, and it has a bit of a split on the inside of the vertical. Nice little RPM for DRS. Here goes coin number 32. Coin number 32 now goes to Taco John. Taco John, Taco John. Well, it's a 61D. I don't have a straight up ID on this. In fact, I'm not even sure. Yeah, I don't think I've seen this. Pretty nice one, though. Let's see. Now number 33. How about number 33? Let's look at number 33. This one's going to go to Yo Man. Yo Man, the winner of the RPM 11 Club, gets... It's a 61D. Split upper serif. Split lower serif. Die clash at the vest. Real heavy east and west die scratches throughout, but I do not know the identification of this little bad boy right now. We'll stick it in its pocket and move on. Oh, next coin is a beautiful toner. Carl? Carl. Beautiful toner for Carl. What is it? Well, it's a 61D. It's an RPM. It's a nice RPM. And look at the colors. Look at the colors on this coin. That's just sexy, folks. That's a beautiful looking coin right there. And look at this. Yeah, the other side looks just as nice with all the color. Look at the colors. Beautiful coin. Very nice, Carl. Coin number 35 now. Coin number 35 goes to Tim Morrell. Once again, an RPM 11 Club member. This one I recognize, and I have not seen one of these in a long time. I don't remember the die number on this one, but I know I've seen it. I'm going to need photos of this coin. I know it's like in the first 20 or so, but I can't remember right off what it is. Yeah, I don't have it right now. I wish I could remember. I know I've seen this. Maybe it's not in the first 20 or so. Maybe it's shed bit later. But I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time trying to look it up. But I like this RPM. I don't remember which one it is, though. And I'm not seeing it listed right now. I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. I think it's number 82. It could be number 82. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Very nice. For Tim? Tim, that'll end up being a plate coin, I'm pretty sure. It's a nice earlier dice date of an RPM that I recognize, but I haven't seen in who knows how long. So let's move on to coin number 36 now. Coin number 36 is going to be for Rockzilla. Rockzilla will get a nice 1959 DRPM there. Very nice one. Can somebody comment something? I haven't seen any comments in a while. I want to make sure that I'm still on. Eric up coin number 37. And Eric's coin is not a number 11. Thank you, Mac. Thank you, Tim. Okay, you guys are just sitting on the edge of your seats with suspense watching the roll, probably paying very little attention to what I'm saying. Look into the spinning coin. You're getting sleepier and sleepier. Coin number 38 now. Mike Birchman. Mikey, what are we going to get for you, brother? Oh, that's cute. Oh, what is that? 107? 1960D small date. I think it's a number 106 or 107. I am still here. Thank you, sir. It's not 104. It's 106. That's what I thought. It's RPM 106. 106 is one I don't have very many of. That's going to be a nice one for photos. Really nice. It's an early dice date. Beautiful coin. Beautymus. The beauty of that coin is so beautiful. 106. I'll get photos of this one. Mr. Mike, you just got yourself a pretty coin. Here's one for Mr. Worley. Mr. Worley will be next. Yeah, the 6 was flat, and that's probably because of a grease-filled die of some sort. This is number 47. 1961 DRPM number 47. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. I got a whole roll of those. I know 47 when I see one. I've got a lot of them. But I'm still going to write 47 on it. And we're going to go on to number 40, Rockzilla. Rockzilla. Let's see what you got. Well, this one is not going to be really hard to identify it when time comes around, but I am unable to identify it just looking at it. There is a die break inside the 6 of the date, which makes it a little bit easier to consider. It has a die break inside the R of Liberty. It's got a die crack running off the top of the E of Liberty. Shows a lot of the general weakness in the 1960 small date design that answers for why they changed to the large date design very quickly. Dies just were not living long enough. It's a cost-saving method. I think it worked, but I'm not sure. Nice looking 1961 DRPM. I do not know which one it is right off, so we will keep moving. This one is for DRS. Coin number 42 now. Coin number 42 goes to Paul Fitzgerald. Paul F. What do we have in here? Yeah, we have another 61D. Has a nice split in the upper serif, but I don't see much of anything else, and I cannot identify this one right off the bat. It's a really nice big piece of die damage up in front of the face, so that should make it easy to identify once we find the marker. Now number 43. Stonecutter. Ooh, Stonecutter gets a pretty early die state. 1960 DRPM number 3. That's an early die state, too. That's a very nice coin. Very pretty. Very pretty indeed. All right. Beautiful 1960 DRPM number 3. RPM 3 and RPM 2 can look rather similar to one another. RPM 3 is closer to the date than RPM number 2, which sits quite a bit lower. So I'll go ahead and write the number on this one. Who wants to do another one of these rolls this coming week? Another pretty 1960D. This is RPM 68. 1960D. ONNM number 68. Sissy wants in. She's all helly jelly about this. Carl says he wants in again. Tim Morrell. Of course, Tim. Who that hasn't won the jackpot already wants to get in? Tim is kind of a given. Mike Birchman. Mike Birchman now. Let's see what Mike gets. Well, that is... Is it a filled R? No. Die Clash? No. I think this is number 110. 1960D 01mm 110. I believe it is. Yeah, the number 11 club speaks up. It's okay, Sissy. You can be sleeping and get coins at the same time. You don't have to be awake to get coins. You do have to be awake to order them. You think you're going to be sleeping during the auction? Nice toned 1959 DRPM. That one is for Crispy. I got 4 coins left. Then the fun is all over. The party's over. 4 more coins. Stonecutter goes now. Well, kids, we have... just a split lower serif, it appears. Thought it might be something more. I've been looking around for more. Just the serif is what we get. Okay, I tell you what. We've got interested viewers here right now. Given that we've got interested viewers here right now, I am going to take orders. Hey, here we go. Look at that. Nice little die break on the E. If this is a nice RPM, it'll be easy to identify with these die markers. I think I've seen these die markers before. What die is this? Let's see. Oh, it's a small date. 1960D. I believe this is 1mm 118. I think it's RPM 118. We'll have to go to the detector for that, though, because I am not 100% sure. Now coin number 49. Got 2 coins left here. 2 coins left. 1960D, a large date, RPM. Split upper and lower serif. Nice earlier die state coin. I like this, that we're finding earlier die state coins in this. whoever put all this together got some nice bags. Bags, rolls, whatever he got. And here is a marked Money Tech. Marked Money Tech at coin number 50, the last coin in the roll. Let's see what we get. And it is a 61D with a big split in the lower serif. I cannot identify this one right off the bat. It's got some spotting on the E. But we will have to take care of this as soon as we can. Get these identified for you wonderful folks. But I have, right here in my hot little hand, 50 nice RPMs for you folks. There we go. There's the entire stack. Couple of coins here and there were not RPMs. Most of them were. Let me do this. We have an auction coming up tomorrow night. I will not bill you until tomorrow night, but we're going to go ahead and take orders here and now because sometimes I do it this way. Let me bring up my sheet and get prepared for it here real quick. But I will take orders for, let's see. I will take orders. Let's see, live auction. I'll stick them in as reveal number 168. Just make it easier. 15 reveals. No, 368. Let me get myself prepared. You can't bin 50. Sorry. Just doesn't work that way. But let's see. $368. This one is going to be and we're going to go ahead and keep the $4 a coin just like last time. And I'm going to blank out all the names on my sheet here. And we will be getting into this here in just a moment. All right, I'm going to have 47 spots to sell in this one. It's going to be $4 per coin. I'm going to do the special RPM roll. This is reveal number 368. You're going to be doing these at $4 per coin. Max of 3. And just like usual, we're going to count it down. We're going to do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Tim Morrell comes first. Then Sissy. Mr. McBride. Then Frank. Then Mr. Worley. Then Stephen. Then Thomas Murphy. Gets 3. Jesse Minter. It's fun going through these rolls. I love it. Because you're already pretty much guaranteed to get something. Yep, Jesse, I got you in for 3, brother. Let's see. Then Carl Ignatz. I'm typing as I go along because this is kind of impromptu. Oh, there's Hidden. Hello, Hidden. Hidden gets 1. P. Adams gets 3. Jeff Dunn gets 3. we're probably going to have some extra spots. We've got Malcolm for 3. Let's see, I've already got Carl in. Okay, what we end up with is a count of 10 more spots. 10 more spots for anyone here who has not spoken up yet and would like to get in. Let me know. I have 10 spots remaining. Anyone who wants to get into this and has not yet, please let me know. There's Techstar. And let's see. Techstar for 2. Okay. All right. So that's the only person I see who was not already in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repost the roll and give a countdown and then get bins for 1 coin per person. 1 per person. Okay. 1 per person. We're going to do a bin of 1 per person in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Bin 1 per person. Tim Morrell. Malcolm. P. Adams. Jesse. James. Sissy. Thomas Murphy. And we have 1 left for Frank. And that's what I've got, folks. I ended up getting 4 spots for Tim Morrell, Malcolm, P. Adams, Jesse Minter, James Worley, Sissy, Thomas Murphy, and Frank. Then I got 3 spots for everyone else I mentioned earlier. The date tomorrow is 2/2/20 and 2/22/22. That's correct. My sister's birthday was on the 2nd, and so I called her at 10:22 p.m. on 2/22/22. So it's 2/2/22 at 22:22. That's kind of cool. I said, did you know that it is just about to turn to 10:22 my time, which means that on your birthday, 2/22 or 2/20, 2022. So it's 2/20/2022. So 2/20/2022 at 22:22. And she said, yeah, it's exactly what I was just thinking. She likes to entertain my nerdiness. All right, well, there we go. I'm not going to bill you on these until the time comes. It's going to be, it's going to be, these are going to be included on the bill for the auction tomorrow on the 22nd. And yeah, and it's going to be Tuesday. That is correct. I don't even know how that will ever happen again. Tuesday, 2/22/22. Won't happen for another 100 years at least. All right, folks. Well, there we go. We've got that In and Out Burger. Let's see, what do I have next? What I've got scheduled next is the 1955 D-roll. It's going to take me about 15 minutes to get set up for that. It is scheduled at 3 o'clock, so we've got 40 minutes before it's scheduled. But I'm going to go ahead and run it as soon as I get in to getting it done. It's going to be a 3 o'clock roll, probably at 2:30. So I'll see you guys as soon as I get back with that 1955 D-roll.